I just asked how old you are.
Can you shut the fuck up for a second?
If someone asks you how old you are and you give them a number under the age of 8, then I feel like that asks more questions than it actually answers. Also, just for your guys' information, this is a fully grown adult acting like a toddler. I'm gonna start needing therapy donations because holy fucking shit, man. I don't know how much more of this shit I can take. Hello ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, cats and dogs, Anakin Skywalker and Obi-Wan Kenobi. Welcome back to the channel for all my returning and very loyal viewers. But if this just so happens to be your first time here, then perhaps I could interest you in that subscribe button. Because 64% of you guys aren't subscribed, and you know, it would be nice if you did join the other 36%. And it sounds like a pretty fair trade. I mean, I get 1 subscriber and you get free content. You know, that seems like a pretty fair deal to me. But if you don't want to subscribe, then you should maybe at least check out my other video. But anyways, LittleSpace and age regression. If that sounds familiar to any of you guys, it's because a few months ago I made a video talking about the very same subject. Essentially, it's just a bunch of grown adults who like to imagine themselves as toddlers or babies. And if that sounds weird at all to any of you guys, it's because, well, it is, mate. It's a bit fucking weird. But who am I to judge? I mean, we're all humans and we all like our weird individual things. But if you're a grown-ass adult and you like to do this in your spare time, then honestly, I don't know what the fuck to tell you. I don't think anyone can blame me for giving a side eye to people that like to do this shit. Yeah, anyways, most of the time, majority of my videos get a lot of vocal outrage. And I mean, fair enough, all I do on this channel is make fun of and shit on everything, so it's understandable as to why certain groups of people would take distasteful and get upset at some of my videos. And I get it, okay? It can be tough when there's a big mean man making fun of something that you really do care about. But fucking LittleSpace? Really? Is that the line that the general public have to draw against me? I can't make fun of fucking this? So I can make fun of My Hero fans and Roblox players and a bunch of fucking kids all day, but no, when it comes to grown adults who like to act like children, no. That's where you gotta fucking draw the line. I mean, this video made so many fucking people upset. This video got 95 comments and 110 dislikes, and is still going up till this day. First of all, I'm not reading all that. Second of all, there are this many fucking people that are in love with the LittleSpace agenda. 70% of people that watched that video saw this and saw absolutely nothing wrong with it. Like, what the fuck, man? You're a grown man acting like a fucking child. Trauma this, trauma that. I don't give a fuck, man. Go to therapy. Don't do this shit, and definitely don't fucking post yourself doing it. Out of all the videos I've posted before, out of every single video I've ever posted, this is the one that I just, oh god, no, he went way too far with this one. This, no matter the circumstances, is fucking weird. But you know what, guys? Today I'm feeling very open-minded. Perhaps there's a definition that can make sense of all of this. But it's gonna have to be a very fucking convincing one, because this, well, it's just kind of out of the ordinary to do this shit, man. But nevertheless, whilst being respectful and having an open mind, I'll try my very best to understand this. I mean, a lot of the comments in the original video said it was poorly researched, and you know what? Fine, that's fair. Perhaps I was just being ignorant. Perhaps I was just being unintellectual. Perhaps maybe I was just flat out wrong about everything I said about the wonderful space that is LittleSpace. You know what, ladies and gentlemen? Join me on the path of enlightenment. Together we will both be able to understand and accept the truth of LittleSpace. Perhaps we may even find the little within ourselves, and we may all age regress together as one. So the first place you go to do any meaningful research is the man himself, Google. Okay, what is Little Space? LittleSpace is where you get into the headspace of a child, entering a childlike carefree space away from the adult world. You know, as an adult, you kinda need to live in the adult world. But anyway, it's a way of coping with some sort of stress they may be experiencing. It's a big community and everyone is accepted for those who are in it. You know, all of this would be fine if these guys weren't fully fucking grown adults. I'm sorry, but as an adult, if something stressful happens to you, you need to fucking handle it, okay? That's just what adults do. You can't just fucking run off and suck on a pacifier every single time something stressful happens to you. That doesn't sound healthy at all. In fact, that sounds self-destructive, if anything. Regardless of your age, eventually you need to learn how to problem solve for yourself. That's just human nature. That's just how life works. But maybe this definition was just intolerable. Maybe this definition was just completely bigoted and completely incorrect. I mean, from what a lot of the LittleSpace guys talk about, they often use the word trauma, and I didn't see that word in this definition, so perhaps maybe it's just wrong. And Google, the information source of our generation, is just completely full of shit. So how about I turn to the next best thing? The Urban Dictionary. The Urban Dictionary, a website where narcissistic and retarded assholes write stupid definitions. Yeah, seems reliable. LittleSpace. The act of regressing into a childlike state such as a baby, toddler, or a child. Oh shit, there's more. Oh shit, there's more. Oh shit, there's fucking, holy fucking shit. There are so many fucking definitions that they need to make another page for it. Fucking hell. Oh shit, it's only one. LittleSpace, a place where pedophiles go to socialize with other like-minded pedophiles that pretend adults are children and sexualize them. But they have some bullshit explanation to try and justify it when it really has no justification. Out of all the explanations on the Urban Dictionary, tell me why the fuck that one makes the most sense. I mean, it's no wonder people like me aren't able to understand this shit. There are so many different fucking definitions. I mean, surely that's the only reason why it's confusing. And surely it isn't because there's a bunch of grown adults acting like babies. Surely there's a reasonable explanation for this stuff. But in all fairness, all 8 billion different definitions they presented all have the same premise. People who like to act like babies, infants, or children because life is hard. Yeah. Not really sure why I should be compassionate to those weirdos. Listen, okay, life is hard for everyone. That doesn't give you an excuse to act like a fucking child. And I'm still yet to see the word trauma in any of this. LittleSpace literally just sounds like a headspace where you turn into a fucking baby. And using that exact premise, using that definition, that's fucking weird, bro. Being a fully grown adult and sucking on a pacifier and drinking out of a sippy cup, that is fucking weird. But you know what? Perhaps I'm just looking into the wrong thing. Perhaps I'm just using the incorrect definition. I mean, I think it's pretty clear at this point that LittleSpace is just a headspace where you turn into a fucking dumbass. But maybe age regression is the definition that makes sense. So ladies and gentlemen, how about we take a look at the age regression side of things. What is age regression? Oh shit, it's already here. Age regression occurs when someone reverts to a younger state of mind. This retreat may be only a few years younger than the person's physical age. It could also be much younger, into early childhood or even infancy. People who practice age regression may begin showing juvenile behaviors like thumb sucking or whining. And this was stated by a professional health institution, which means this must be real. That means that people are able to rewind time on their brain and turn back into an infant. I mean, yeah, sure, that makes sense. somewhat. It's not uncommon for children to temporarily regress at different points in childhood. This frequently happens as they move through different developmental stages or face stress. I mean, all of this information is coming from actual reliable sources, so it seems like this shit is actually real. Age regression is a normal part of development for infants and children of all ages, especially if they are overwhelmed or reach a new milestone. Well guys, I guess I was wrong. It looks like age regression is an actual real and genuine thing. I mean, doctors and studies are showing that this shit is actually prevalent in our society. Well, it looks like in my previous video I was just being inconsiderate, insensitive, and I was being very unaccepting because of my own biases. Next time, before I make fun of anybody, I'll do more research. I apologize, everyone. Wait a minute. Children? This is prevalent in children. You guys aren't children. You, holy fuck man, you are definitely not a child. In every single medical document that defines age regression, it is a mental psychosis that happens in children. Children between the ages of 4 and 9. And if I'm being perfectly honest, it doesn't look like any of you guys fit that criteria. As a child, these behaviors are expected. However, we tend to grow out of them as we age, enter adulthood, and learn more effective age-appropriate ways to relieve stress. Yeah. Age regression is not for you. It's for kids. And this isn't even how it works. Age regression is when the kid reverts to childish behavior, like throwing tantrums and whining. So no, the age regression that you like to hide behind and say that it's your coping mechanism is not what you think it is, you fucking idiot. Now, there is something called age regression therapy. The use of age regression as a therapy technique is controversial among clinicians. It's used with hypnosis to help individuals process and reframe past trauma or significant experiences. I mean, yeah, okay, sure, that's fine. But this is not what any of these guys on TikTok are doing. Nothing. None of this has to do with anything described in that definition. But I mean, they're clearly doing something. I don't know what it is, but it's something. So if it's not LittleSpace or age regression, then what the fuck are you doing? No, seriously, explain this shit to me right now, because you look like a fucking pedophile. I mean, I know for 1000% that I've done more research than any of you fuckers, and there is no justifiable explanation for this. And if you want to hide behind the flimsy definition that this is healthy and it helps you cope, if this shit was healthy, then they wouldn't offer treatment for adults who go through extreme age regression. Why would therapists offer treatment for something that's supposed to be treatment? Doesn't make much sense, does it, you twat? But you know what? Perhaps doing research isn't a reliable source. Maybe I just need to hear it from the people themselves. Maybe I just need to hear the LittleSpace people talk. Perhaps they'll be able to construct a well thought out and well constructed narrative. Because, well, from the definition that the dictionary gave me, I don't know, man. That doesn't look good for you guys. And I mean, it can't be age regression because that's for children, and you guys clearly are not fucking children. But some of you guys look like you want to fuck children. But regardless, I think it's better I get my information from the greatest app known to man and the greatest thing that humanity has ever created, TikTok. Because everything on there is completely trustworthy and completely reliable.
Being little is Milky's. Proving I ate had water. Playtime. Proving I ate. Time with daddy.
Okay, no, guys, can we just be honest here? Any fully grown man who gets with a girl who does this shit needs to be investigated immediately. Oh, fuck, he's playing Splitgate. I actually like that game. Oh, fucking hell. So you're telling me every time I die in Splitgate, it's to a guy who has a little girl in his room? Now I can only play Apex. Fuck, man. Fuck you.
Playtime after cleaning. Proving I ate. Rewards usually stuffies.
This is just sad and weird. This explains literally nothing. You're just an adult living like a baby. I mean, you're fully grown, sitting on the floor and putting a pacifier in your mouth. Do you feel no shame? Bro, what the fuck are you doing? Stand up, man. You should have grown out of this by age 3. What the fuck are you doing?
LittleSpace is a trauma coping mechanism.
That's not what clinicians, licensed therapists, medical professionals, the Urban Dictionary, and common fucking sense says, but yeah, sure, go ahead.
I have severe childhood trauma, and because of that, when my brain feels unsafe, even if the situation isn't unsafe, it regresses back to the age where my trauma happened.
Does that sound healthy to anyone? I mean, if you've had traumatic things happen to you in the past, then I think you should go seek professional help. Because sitting in your room and sucking on your thumb does literally nothing. Instead of literally acting like a baby, you should confront your trauma in a healthy way. Because if you consistently do all of this shit, it's only gonna make your mental health worse. But that's just advice from a guy who's still somehow mentally stable.
Now, my childhood trauma took place between the ages of 4 and 18. So I shift a lot in age there. Mentally speaking, a lot of what happens in LittleSpace is a blur, but I have some memory of it.
I don't want to be insensitive right now, but this sounds like fucking fanfic.
I retain my grammar, I retain my memories as Big Sydney, and I retain memories after LittleSpace. But it is due to trauma.
Okay, well, let's take your word for it and say that all of this is due to trauma. Have you sought any therapeutic help for this shit? Because there is literally treatment for adults who actually go through this. And for those of you guys who genuinely think this is healthy, let me play out a scenario. Let's say you're going for a nice peaceful hike, a nice sunny day with nice beautiful nature, and then all of a sudden a bear comes out of nowhere, starts growling at you, ready to eat your fucking face off. What are you gonna do? Stand there and cry and piss yourself? Because that's what a baby would do? Or are you gonna make a critical and smart adult decision? And I don't know about you guys, but this situation sounds pretty fucking stressful to me. But according to these guys, in the face of a fucking bear, they just have to hop into LittleSpace. You'd be fucking dead, mate. LittleSpace? Nah. You'd become a little space in that bear's stomach. What are you gonna do if someone breaks in your house, huh? What are you gonna do if an army of 18 raccoons just bursted into your house right now? What are you gonna be, huh? In LittleSpace? No. Dead. You'd be dead. So can you please try and tell me again why being in LittleSpace is a healthy thing? Because living in genuine stressful situations, it does not sound like a good thing. But don't worry guys, there are actually some people who are ready to answer a multitude of questions. I mean, why do people do this? What is wrong with people? Why do grown adults like to act like babies? This is weird. People shouldn't do this. Why are they doing this? Please stop doing this. But there are people out there with all of the answers. Lo and behold, my comment section. Because all of humanity's intellectual titans love to critique my videos. And it's not like we haven't been here before. So why don't we take a look at what the greatest LittleSpace defenders have to offer.
I am a happy age regressor. I'm actually 16, but I will happily drink my milk out of a unicorn sippy cup and colour in a book, because it helps trauma. Therapists say that age regression is a healthy way to cope, rather than drugs or alcohol.
I mean, yeah, you're not wrong, drinking milk is significantly better than drinking alcohol. But what therapists said that it's a healthy way to cope? Because they were lying. And I know that people react to traumatic events differently, but do you guys honestly believe that there were any littles in World War II? Because if you guys are saying that LittleSpace is caused by trauma, then there would have been at least one of those guys who would age regress. But we didn't see any guys wearing pacifiers in Vietnam, huh?
It's okay to say that you're too afraid of something to try and understand it and actually research it on a scientific level of psychology. It's okay. Go ahead and say it.
Okay, first of all, why the fuck would I be afraid of somebody who does this? Like, what would you possibly do to me? I feel like if I shouted at you, you would cry. I feel like I'm less afraid of you and more afraid of what you're capable of when you're around children. And second of all, I've definitely done way more research than you have on this topic, and unfortunately, the data shows that this isn't normal and you're all fucking weirdos and you all need to get some serious help.
Hi, I just want to say that the description is very wrong. Please go to an actual dictionary. It's called age regression. The part where it says sexual things while in it is that it's actually called age play, which is horribly disgusting.
Yeah, I didn't mention anything to do with age play or anything sexual. The fact that you're bringing up that point without me even mentioning it is kinda... I don't know. Also, can you please give me a definition, because I've looked and honestly, none of these definitions make you guys look any less weird than you already are. Also, the word age regression isn't in an actual Oxford dictionary because, well, it's a made-up fucking word, but it is in the Urban Dictionary, and I don't think you want me to use that definition, do you?
You cannot post a video while clearly being uneducated about the topic you are making the video about. It's seriously embarrassing and unprofessional.
Yeah, well, I never claimed to be professional. I'm just a guy who makes videos on weird topics, and you guys are a fucking weird topic. Also, I have educated myself on the LittleSpace topic, and the definition does not shine a nice light on you guys.
Lollipops have been sent to relieve stress. It like a pacifier word for a baby. Say yes, pacifiers can help relieve stress.
Okay, I'm not taking any educational information from anybody who types like this. Also, lollipops are sweets, you dumbass. People eat them for the flavor and not the feeling, you idiot.
It's called a coping mechanism for some people. Instead of making fun of other people for what makes them happy, do something with your own life.
You know what? Maybe I should do something with my own life. Maybe I should become a new man and release my mind from the eternal shackles of the darkness in this world. Maybe I should free myself. Maybe I should become a new person, a better person, and find hope. Because in the end, I have no enemies. Or I could just call out weird shit when I see it. Oh look, there's some weird shit. I see it. This shit is so fucking weird, man. I would have to be fucking criminal to let anybody read this. So fucking cringe, man. I can't do it. I can't do it. Just so you guys know, this is the kind of comments that I got on that video. Is this not embarrassing? Like, how can you do this with a straight face? Like, you look stupid. Babies don't even type like this. Babies don't type at all because they can't. They're babies. I mean, I expect nothing less from people who think that this is normal. But nevertheless, I think anybody with a critical mind can see the abnormality in this. I mean, no amount of trauma and coping in any amount of buzzwords can make this any kinds of normal. Because, guys, it's not. It's fucking weird, okay? Acting like a baby whilst you're fully grown is weird. The fact that I even have to explain that just goes to show how insane some people have become. I mean, there are people sitting down in my comments and arguing with me, trying to make me believe that there is nothing wrong with this. If you're a viewer of mine, then you probably already agree with me, but just to double check, guys, don't do this. If anything traumatic happens in your life, then open up to a loved one or get professional help. Don't turn into a baby. It achieves nothing and is only gonna harm you in the long run. But if I'm being 100% honest, I don't think that these guys are going through anything traumatic. I feel like they're doing this just because they like to act like babies. There's nothing else to it. Whether it's a sexual fetish or whether they just want to get attention from others. I just feel like the LittleSpace agenda is much simpler than these guys are making it out to be. It's not some complex, insane brain psychiatric psychosis. Okay, bro, you just like to act like a baby, okay? Just admit it. It's not trauma because there have been way more traumatic events in history and we didn't see anybody wearing a pacifier there. So LittleSpace isn't any of these fake definitions that the Urban Dictionary presented. No, LittleSpace is much simpler than that. And there's a video on TikTok which essentially explains it perfectly.
What is LittleSpace? LittleSpace is a headspace you might get into where you act and speak at an age younger than you are. Just like some other kinks like pet play where you might get into the headspace of an animal, you get into the headspace of a younger child. LittleSpace is just the way we describe the headspace that we get into when we are doing this type of play.
Perfect definition. LittleSpace is a headspace where an adult plays as a child. It is play. No matter how many times they try and hide behind the word trauma and coping mechanism, at the end of the day, it is play. Fully grown adults role-playing as babies. Yeah. That's fucking weird, bro. I'm not gonna sit here and act like this is normal. It is not, man. It definitely is not. And for those of you guys who say, oh, why can't you just let them do them? If it makes them happy, let them do them. And you know what I say? Don't fucking post it. I feel like I say the same thing in all my videos, but if you're gonna do weird shit, man, just don't post it. Like, if you want to wear a diaper and sip out of a sippy cup, honest to God, I don't care. But if you post it all over social media, bro, look at yourself. You look stupid. I'm gonna make fun of you. And there's no way that you can expect me to normalize this, by the way. Like, no, not gonna happen, no way. This has always been weird, currently is weird, until the end of time will always be weird. You and every single other little out there ever is a weirdo and possibly a closeted pedophile. But anyways, guys, this is in fact the end of the video, and holy shit, this was a long one. I didn't mean to make it this long, but you know, these things happen. This video took so fucking long. Oh my god, I did so much research for this stupid video. I have lost so much sleep. Fucking hell. But with all that said, I hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, please leave a like, and if you didn't, then feel free to degrade me in the comments. Don't forget to follow me on all socials, links are in the description, and let me know what you guys think of these longer format videos. Whether you like them or you don't like them, or you just want it shorter or you want it longer, just let me know what you guys think in the comment section down below. But until next time, make sure to drink your water and get enough sleep at night. Okay, goodbye. I honestly have no other words beyond this point. If you see this and you think there is genuinely nothing wrong here, then I don't know what to say to you.
No, I got keep my fire on. Fire on, fire on, fire on. Yeah, my whip, I'm flying. That girl on my left, that bitch on my right on. Damn, your heels, they so high, yeah, get your height on. Yeah, smoke that guy like Shaq, told that guy I ride on. Getting that gold, yeah.